9 years ago, I survived another flood, Hurricane Isaac. That was tough. That was really tough. 9 years later, I'm surviving another flood. Everything that I saved from the first flood got destroyed on this flood, and then more because I was recuperating. My lifestyle and life and things that I do has changed dramatically in the last 9 years. And I've lost so much that I just, if you don't laugh about it, you're going to break down crying. And anybody that's been through this understands that. So there are some strong feelings amongst the people in St. John the Baptist Parish, and I have some strong feelings myself. But I'm surviving through. I'm working towards a happy ending.
Would you like?
And water rose to 2 feet high inside my house. Now, what I want you to do is imagine your house, wherever you live, anybody out there, think about, look at your house and go 2 feet up, and that's the water level. What will you lose? You essentially lose everything. Then, of course, contacted my insurance company. I got treated so bad that they cheated me. I'm going to use that word. Cheated me out of $100,000 that they should have paid me more of. We took them to court 3 different times, won each time in court. But what happens when you go to court with an attorney? The attorney gets what, 33 to 44%. So I never had enough to fully recover. So here I am, and I'm going, not enough money to fully recover from the last hurricane. It took me 9 years to recover from this. Finally, this past August, I'm going, oh, okay, I'm finally recovered. Now I need to get homeowners insurance. I need to get flood insurance because it's time, it's hurricane season. So I called the insurance company and they said, oh, you haven't been watching the news. There's a storm in the Gulf. And I knew right then and there there's no way of buying insurance. And it hit us at full force. And I'm sitting there with no insurance. I mean, just, what are you going to do? And you're helpless. So I walked outside my front door. My garage is to the right of the door. That's where the 2 lakes are, Lake Maurepas, Lake Pontchartrain. And that's where the funnel is, where the levees come up, creating a nice entrance into my front yard once again. And so I walked outside and I said, wow, it's getting bad out here. Then I walked out to the end. I looked to my right. The water did not rise. I saw a wall of water, like a tidal wave coming in. I had a Ford Explorer. It was on cement. It moved it 10 feet to the side. That is the force at which the water came in. Well, when I saw the water, I ran back in, and boy, I shut that door and I locked it. That'll keep the water out. It's called muscle memory. It's just something you do automatically in a panic. So I went around the house picking up anything on the floor that was expensive, whether it was heavy or not. I had to get it above what I had assumed the water was going to get up to. And I did. And then the water, of course, you hear this. Well, the weep holes in the house, that's when the water started piling in. And the water was already like halfway up my windows, and it came in at full force. So I saved as much as I could. I could not, not with that little time. I mean, because it came up, it was so fast that I saved what I could. Then I went to the kitchen and I created a video in the kitchen because the water's coming in and you can actually see it rise, and you see it against my refrigerator, stove, dishwasher, my cabinets, my brand new cabinets that I had custom built by a friend of mine. Anyway, so I went ahead and made a video, about a 37-second video, which I gave to WDSU, and with full permission to use it as they see fit. So I then went into the garage. By that time, the water was waist deep. So I'm in the garage and I'm waist deep. And I said, whoa, now it's getting too deep. So I climbed up the stairs into the attic. I was in martial arts, so I had one of those pads. That was my pillow. And I'm sleeping on plywood in my garage. I knew at that time I was going to die. I accepted it. I was okay with it. I'm a godly man. And if this is when he wants me, I'm ready to go. But I knew I was going to die because as I'm lying down, I could feel the house lift and then drop, lift and drop. Then it would shift to the left and come back, shift to the right and come back all night long. Now, the way I thought it was going to happen, it was going to tear off my roof, suck me out, and the water was already deep outside, and I said, I'm going to drown. And my body, if it's not found, well, some alligator had a nice meal. Extra spicy, but nice meal. And if they found my body, I just drowned out there. There's no way I could survive in that wind at that deep of water. But good Lord has plans for me, I guess. In fact, I know he does, and I'm alive. At 7:30 the next morning, the water starts leaving out the house, and I said, okay, Lord, let's go. And so I survived, and now I am still surviving without a place to live except where I'm at now.
You said you lived in your house though for 2 months after that? What was that like?
I lived in the jungles of Vietnam. It was just like that. Humidity's high, the heat was there. Anywhere the water touched, it left this dark gray mud. That swamp mud was in there because the water was not clear. It was swamp water. So all of my floors, so that means that anytime my foot hit the ground, I'm in slippers. And I had to kind of clean an area out where I could take my shower and use the toilet. And with me being 100% disabled with neck, shoulder, and lower back injury, I had to be real careful not to slip and fall, not to further injure myself, but yet try to make me a little spot that I can survive. For the first couple of weeks, my family didn't know if I was alive or dead. I have cousins up in Dallas and Kansas, in Kansas, and they called the Cajun Navy to see if I'm still alive. I mean, and it worked. The Cajun Navy came to my house. In my house, because of the flood, I had 2.5 feet of water in my house. Most of my neighbors have already sold their house. I want to get back into my house. The price of the value is going to go back up again. I'm going to sell my house, and I'm getting out of Dodge. My plans are to move to Picayune, Mississippi, and it doesn't have a lake and a funnel leading to my house so that water will come in and flood my house anymore. I built a new life, and I almost lost everything again. That's a lot to ask somebody by saying, oh, give it one more chance. We're going to get the problem fixed. First of all, the Corps of Engineers needs to pull their heads out of that dark place and get a popping sound, because I blame mostly them. We've been having money for new levees for years, but it seems like the Corps of Engineers, again, they don't have it together, and I don't know why. Well, I know why. Politics, I mean, and egos and things like that. Put your politics and your egos aside. Think about the people that are being affected. This should never have happened. Also, who else do I blame? Because I also blame the politicians in my parish. Why aren't they leaning on the Corps of Engineers? Why aren't they getting some tough love against the Corps of Engineers? Getting them to get off of their cans and get this thing built. Now, of course, right after this one, all of a sudden things are getting cleared up. Too little, too late. And so when do you think you might finish the levee system? That is the big question. And I'm not going to accept 2 years from now, because another 2 years? I mean, all we need is another hurricane, and I'm flooded again? And look, don't misunderstand me. I love the American Legion and what they're doing for me and the support, but I want to go home. You know, this is great, but I want to go back to my own life. And now we're in hurricane season, and it's going to be a long, scary season. I've been working with FEMA. I was able to scrounge enough money together to get me a roof. That is my number one priority. I got a new roof. All right, now that's going to protect the inside. But keep in mind, nothing's been done on the inside. Nothing's been removed. Drywall is still in there. So far, no black mold, but drywall is still in there. Oh, I pray they get the levee built. I'm always smiling. I'm always making jokes about it, because if you don't, you're going to break down crying. You're going to go into depression. Is it difficult? You bet it's difficult. And and sometimes I wake up depressed, and I'm going, wait a minute. Get your head straight. Because I have so many people that are helping me. But it's one small step at a time. And that can be really frustrating. No telling where I'd be if I was a negative person.